Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video we're going to start collecting Warhammer the Horus Heresy, and today we're going to take a look at the infamous Night Lords. Now in this video we're going to take a look at the Night Lords special rule for Horus Heresy before having a look at some units we recommend to get started with for the faction. We'll then look at some other units we can use to expand upon those first couple of initial purchases and help us build our first army list. We'll show you at the end of the video a little sample army list of 1,000 points for you to use, as well as some inspiration for hopefully starting your own force of the Night Lords in Warhammer the Horus Heresy. And so, to begin with, first of all, we get the A Talent for Murder rule. When a unit made up entirely of models with the special rule attacks during the fight subphase, or makes a shooting attacks against an enemy unit that is pinned, falling back, or outnumbered by the attacking unit, it gains a +1 bonus to all wound or armor penetration rolls made during the shooting or the assault. When determining what you need to outnumber, models with a bulky X rule use the bulky number they have. So if they're bulky 2, for example, they use that to count as many models as that number. So bulky 2 would count as 2 models, and vehicles will count as 10 models for the purposes of determining outnumbering as well. So pretty cool special rule. I mean, very thematic and on point. You do have a bunch of stuff that can take advantage on this. You've got some terror troops throughout your force that are going to have the fear rule and stuff like that, which is really fun. I think there's some really interesting and cool things you can do with a Night Lord's force, and this is just absolutely a thematic rule that really encompasses all that the Legion is about. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. And so, where to get started with? For me, a Centurion is a great place to start for any Space Marine force. And the Night Lords definitely have a cool Centurion model you can see we've got pictured here. And this model comes equipped with a jump pack, and it's going to be fantastic for working alongside the Night Raptor squad we've picked as our first unit to grab as well. Now, something cool about Night Lords is they have Nostraman chain weapons where you can choose to sub out any of your power weapons, or a chain blade, a chain glaive, or for headsman axes, which are pretty cool. Now, these all have different sort of profiles. So your chain blade is +1 strength, AP 3, melee, shred, and breaching 6+. Your chain glaive will have two-handed, but will have a shred and +2 strength at AP 3, or you can have the headsman's axe, which doubles your strength, so ×2 strength, AP 3, and then the melee, two-handed, shred, and breaching 6+ rules. You've also got the option on some models to upgrade to Eschaton Power Claws as well if you've got any model with a Power Fist, which is nice, so you can always upgrade there. This gives you a Power Fist with AP2 ×2 strength, shred, murder strike 6+, unwieldy, and the specialist weapon rule. Now, you've also got a Lords of Murder, which allows you to give the bloody murder to any of your characters. While a unit composed entirely of models with a special rule declares a charge targeting a unit that is pinned or falling back, the charge roll gains an additional +1 modifier, and if the charge is successful, then all models in the charging unit gain +1 attack as well. On top of that, you can also have prey sights to give models night vision, and trophies of judgment can give models that don't have the fear rule some nice cool fear rules. Now, moving on to that Night Raptor squad, they are going to have the Bloody Murder rule as well, so incredibly important to put that on your Centurion if he's joining them, otherwise you don't get the effects of it. They've also got Fear 1, Night Vision Standard, and Sudden Strike 1 there as well. They are a jump pack unit by standard. They've got bolt pistols, chain swords, and frag and crack grenades. Now, you've got the option for quite a bit of equipment on them. So you can choose to give them all the different chain weapons. So you've got chain blades and chain glaives, chain swords, obviously, lightning claws and power weapons. You can even choose to give models in the unit 2 lightning claws as well. But on top of that, the Huntsman can take a plasma pistol or Volkite Serpenter, and 1 in every 5 models can actually take a special weapon or plasma pistol or hand flamer. So they're really sort of got some nice versatility to them. You can get some good armor penetration in the units as well, which I really like. So making them a really, really versatile unit on the table. Now, moving on into maybe a less versatile unit, the Tactical Squad. These are just going to be something you need for all your force. I think, you're looking for dirt cheap. Assault Squads are good, but I don't think it's worth buying Assault Squads when you have better options in the Night Raptor Squads for not an awful lot more points. Tactical Squad's going to fill out your troops choice, going to provide you with backfield or midfield objective holders, but with the Rhino as well going along with them, you can even have them going and taking objectives off your opponent in their deployment zone as well, so in the far field. So Rhinos, Tactical Squads together provide a nice double combo of units that can really just go and do the objective game, where your Night Lords go play the terror game. Speaking of the terror game, we have the Terror Squad. It's another Night Lord specific elite choice, and you grab these through grabbing the Terror Squad head options, but also grabbing some of the Night Lord upgrade packs with the chain glaives and stuff like that. Now, what these are going to have is, first of all, you've got Chainsword, Bolt Pistol, Power Armor, Frag, and Crack Grenades as standard, but then you have Fear 1, Precision Strike 6+, which is really cool, Infiltrate, Bloody Murder, and Preferred Enemy Infantry. So this is really fun because they are essentially your little headhunters. Now, you can choose to equip any model in the unit with either Bolters, Volkite Chargers, Rotor Cannons, or Flamers, so they can be equipped quite nicely with that. But you've also got combat options in your Chain Blades, Chain Glaives, and Chain Axes, and you've also got the Headsmen able to take power weapons, power fists, and pistol weapon options like the Plasma Pistol as well. So for me, they're just a nice, versatile unit to take on the tabletop. I think they can provide, some early sort of strategic problems for your opponent as well, able to infiltrate up a combat unit if you want, or indeed infiltrate up things against like guardsmen or some of your lighter infantry in the game. Infiltrating up like a squad with rotor cannons or flamers could be quite terrifying, literally meaning their name, the Terror Squad. Now lastly, we have the Conticar Terminator Squad. Now, these are interesting, where you can actually include one of these squads, numbering 10 models, to be a compulsory HQ choice in the army if neither Sevatan or Comrade Kurz are present. So there is some interesting parts on how you sort of have to do that. They can sort of lead your squad out. But they are going to have some interesting warriors, and they've got some interesting weaponry on those as well. So first of all, you can have that Eschaton Power Claw on your Dissident, which is really nice. They've also got the options of Heavy Flamers or Volkite Cavities as their main weapons. So they've all got these big, powerful weapons. Now, Volkite Cavities are a 10-inch range, strength 6, AP 5, heavy 4 deflagrate Volkite style weapon. So pretty nice there. And then Heavy Flamers, we all know what they do. They flame things with the heavy. Now, Chosen Warriors, Stubborn, Lords of the Night as well as the rule we just mentioned, and they've also got Deep Strike and Fear 1. Deep Strike is standard on Terminators, it's just nice. It gives you a lot of options on how they can come onto the tabletop. And so here we have our sample army list for the Night Lords. Now, we've gone with the Centurion, who's going to be our Warlord, and we've gone with the Warmonger Warlord trait. A Warlord with this trait, and any unit he has joined gains a bonus of +1 to all hit rolls when targeting enemy units that include one or more independent characters or the Loyalist Legions models. In addition, if you are bringing any sort of allied Sons of Horus to the table, so you're playing multiplayer games even as well, you can actually gain the Fearless rule as well, which is pretty cool. So, other than that, we have obviously got the Lords of Murder rule on him. We've got a Warhawk jump pack, and then we've just gone for the Chain Glaive and Bolt Pistol as his weapon options. We have a Conticar Terminator Squad in there with the Eschaton Power Claw on the Dissident, the unit's leader, and Volkite Cavities on the unit. A Night Raptor Squad with a pair of Lightning Claws on the Huntmaster and another model with a pair of Lightning Claws as well. We have two of the models in there with the standard Bolt Pistol Chainsword and another model in there with a Melter Gun. Our Terror Squad is going to have two models with Chain Glaives, two with Chain Swords, and the Headsman with Chain Glaive and Hand Flamer in there as well. Two Tactical Squads with Rhinos with Dozer Blades. The most important upgrade you can ever take on your Rhinos, as it helps with all that difficult terrain around the battlefield, is the last things to round out the army at a perfect 1,000 points. If you've got some ideas though on building your own Night Lords force, or some things you like to take, some options on these units you like to take, let us know your thoughts about them down in the comments below. And that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment down below letting us know what you thought about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine little community here at Cinderful Gaming, we have a Discord server linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. You can use one of our affiliate links to Gap Games or Element Games if you're in Australia or the United Kingdom, or you can subscribe to our YouTube members or Patreon, or grab some merch from our merch stores on Teespring or Ko-fi. All the best ways to help support the channel. As a special thanks to all our Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patrons: Broken Chef, Andy C, Grimskull, Colorblind Magic, Benjamin Swallows, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Outer and Shot First, Kenny Lowell and Soren. And to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel196. Thank you all once again for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Stay safe, everyone. Stay well. And most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.